Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story and today's journey with Sophie's Universe. First, let me say thank you to all of you that are stopping by, especially to those of you that are already subscribed to my channel. As always, thank you so much for your support and your sweet comments when you leave them in each one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you like this video and will consider subscribing to my channel, and be sure that if you do to hit the notification button so that you don't miss any content that I put up. So this is Thursday and it is my sharing with you of my journey with Sophie's Universe. Now, if you don't know what Sophie's Universe is, it is a beautiful, beautiful blanket crochet along that I happen to be doing with Keri the Yarny Elephant over on her channel. And we are using Sophie's Universe book, obviously, but just look at that beautiful, beautiful blanket. And folks, there are so many folks that are already posting their pictures, the sections that they're working on, their likes, dislikes, their little hiccups that they have from time to time while working with her. And, you know, with it being a new project, it is, excuse me, a little challenging because you're going to run across some stitches that maybe you're not comfortable with working, which is what I'm getting ready to do in the next section. And as I said last week, the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to count your stitches, not only as you're going along, but at the end of each row. That way you're not 4 or 5 rows into the project and going, why isn't this working out? Why doesn't it look like the picture? And you have to rip it. Because when you have to rip out large sections, I don't know about you, but I tend to get a little frustrated and I'm just ready to push it off to the side and start on something else. But so far, you know, really I haven't had any hiccups. Of course, I haven't run across a stitch yet that I don't know how to use. And up to this point, it's really just been a lot of single crochets, double crochets, half double crochets, and counting. So let me show you what I have done so far. So when I first started on this crochet along, I picked a cake that had a black center. And so the center of my Sophie was dark, and I just wasn't liking it. It was kind of, I don't want to say making me depressed, but it just wasn't giving me a good vibe. So I picked another cake that had the, if you'll look past the black here, starts more in this gray brown section, and I'm liking it a lot better. So let me show you what I've done so far. There is my mandala, my Sophie's Universe. See the center flower here? I had crocheted about that far in the black, and I was just, no. So I picked a cake that started out a little different, and just look at her. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty? Now, I am at the end of part 2, and I'm getting ready to start part 3. And I'm at the point of the cake where I am going to have some black, and I just think it's a perfect time for it to show up because it's going to make the middle section here start popping. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. Now, if there's not enough black in here to finish a complete row, I probably will, you know, snip, bring down another cake, and at least keep up with this same colorway to either finish out the row or finish out the section. But I'm really happy with what's going on here. So, if you're not part of a group and you would like to join us with Keri, I will leave a link to Keri's channel down in my description box, and you can go check her out. We not only, in working with Keri's Sophie's Universe crochet along, But we also have a Facebook book where a lot of folks are posting their pictures, and some of them started early. I didn't start until last Saturday, which was the official kickoff, January the 7th. And if nothing else, joining the Facebook group, folks, just seeing, number one, color combinations that folks are putting together, their progress as well. I mean, it's just been a joy. It really, really has. So, like I said, I'll leave a link to Keri's channel down in the description box. You can look through her videos and see where she has, I know she's released 2 videos so far about the announcement for Sophie's. So you can click on one of those and get more information from her. Now, that's all I have as far as my Sophie is concerned. Now, like I said, I didn't get started until January 7th because it was the official kickoff, because I had a lot of other things I was trying to get going, you know, for the new year. But I think it won't take me long to get caught up to where everybody else is, because a lot of folks are already on to like row 30. And some of them are doing multiples at the same time. Now, I think I told you last week, this is my first Sophie's Universe, so I'm going to take it a little slow. I don't like ripping out, so my progress may not seem a lot to you from week to week, but if you've ever done a large blanket, you know, and you're starting in the middle, you know that the further out it goes, the longer it takes you to get around even just one round. Now, eventually, this little circle is going to turn into a square. And yes, it is possible to turn a circle into a square, because do you know what a circle is made up of? Have you ever thought about it? Well, let me tell you from a math perspective. A circle, honestly, is just many, many, many minute line segments that have come together. Because, you know, as a square gets smaller and 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 smaller, what do you think is going to happen to it eventually? I'm not kidding you. It is eventually going to turn into a circle. So if I start out with a circle, eventually all of those little tiny, 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 tiny lines are going to be able to come back to a square. And there is a technique that is used in which to make that happen. So, enough of a math lesson for you for today. I hope you'll join me next week so that you can see what my progress is on Sophie's Universe. I know I'm going to enjoy it. And if you're interested, please come join us over at Keri's group. It'll be a lot of fun. And there are a lot of folks there that have already made multiple, completed multiples of Sophie's Universe. So if there's a question or you have a hiccup, there'll be somebody there to answer your questions. As always, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. It could be your light that they are meant to see. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Bye.